Good morning, NFL family, football, fantasy football. This is the Morning Spike. We do all fantasy football and help you with IDP rosters, Dynasty, of course. We are here talking about MiniCamp, all the news, and these crazy allegations of where you can't wear green. It's weird. But, yeah, how are you guys?
Anyway, F green. Nasty ass color. Stupid Packers.
Wow. Okay. Jesus.
That's where we're going. I'm not gonna lie.
So yeah, apparently they were saying you couldn't wear green, but the NFL responded with they're able to. So because of the gang allegations and whatever the color, I guess, out there in Brazil.
No, it's important. Yeah.
Yeah. And the NFL responded, well, yeah, the fans are able to. Like, look, all I know is if in a place that dangerous, like you can't wear a certain color, why are we sending our players there? Like,
well, I want to be real honest with you, Martin. It's the same thing when we're in Oakland. It's the same thing if you're in Chicago. There's New Orleans. There's certain colors you can't in LA.
Yeah, I know, but
there's certain things you just can't do in certain places. I mean, so I know it sounds bad because in Brazil, in Bahia, but it's the same thing everywhere.
Yeah, but I feel like with that though, you're gonna still able to wear it. I mean, you're gonna see green anyway. That entire stadium's gonna be green. Like it's gonna happen. Like I don't see it not happening. What are they gonna do? Wear white?
And I was giving the white jersey,
have black maybe,
or you have a shirt ready for somebody as they're walking in. Like that's your giveaway. The first 15,000 fans all get a white jersey, a jersey from whatever team you're there for. That's how the NFL avoids it.
They were told the players were not able to wear green in public, something like that. So I mean, I understand for public standpoint, but it was like it's kind of hard not to. So, I mean, I'm going to see a bunch of black is what I think it might be, but we'll see. But it's still kind of crazy. But you're not wrong. But I feel like at least within your own soil, your own states, you kind of know where and when not to do. But when you're going to a different country, you don't know where or
Can I tell a small story? So when I was in college 20 years ago, I went to Bahia, Brazil, in Sao Paulo, right? And there's certain things you can't do that I had no idea, right? So I'm a bigger guy, I'm a big strong dude, whatever, and I had on a certain hat, and then we were just walking through the town, and someone took the hat off my head and said, "You can't do this," and put it on their head. "You're not part of this." He said this in Portuguese. "You're not part of this," and took my hat and walked away. Right. So I'm about to choke slam you, dude. Right. And then he gives me the finger, whatever gun, and the person with me said, "Just keep walking." And then I'm like, "What the hell's going on?" They tell me later that this is all part of the street. Like there's this you see begging on the street there is different than in the United States. It's just different. It really is. And they were telling me, like, look, no, everyone, you don't see them, but there's 100 people looking at you. And I just didn't know what was going on. I didn't know that you couldn't wear certain things. And when I understood it, I had a much better time. But this is kind of what you were just saying. When you're in the United States, you know what's going on. In a different country, you don't.
Right.
And you don't know what it is in those things. And I had to find that out quickly. It doesn't matter how big and tall or tough you really are. It's different.
And that makes sense for that individual that was there with you because they know.
Yeah.
We're here, we know. But for the most part, like, we're not as crazy. Like, we're more laxed on certain areas. But again, some areas are worse than others. But it was just wild. Like, they're gonna get escorted in armored vehicles and stuff. So they probably won't even be able to leave the hotel, to be honest.
Yeah, they tell you don't leave the compound
Yeah,
especially at night. You're not allowed to leave the compound at all.
Just fly there, play the game, or do the practice, go back to a hotel. It's I don't know. I'm almost wondering if this is going to be one of the worst weeks for those teams specifically.
Well, no, so it's going to be cool because like you're like right off the ocean, right? You're going to be able to like pick mango and papaya right off a tree, like outside your hotel room. Like all that stuff is going to be there for you, and it's going to look awesome. But then there's going to be definite things you are not able to do. Like in where I stayed, they locked the gate and they had armed guard at the gate at like 7 p.m.
That's
like wild. You weren't allowed to go outside.
That's wild, man. That's just wild.
So I'm just saying, it's going to be different. It's going to be different.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, nothing bad happens. What week is that? I didn't even look.
It's week 1.
Oh shit!
It's the first game, kickoff of the
week
season.
1? The hell am I looking at?
No, it's on Friday. It's not the first game.
Oh, because the game's Thursday and it's Friday.
What's up, Brandon? Derpy's in here as well. What's up, guys?
Chiefs is first game.
But yeah.
No, don't call Ryan Poles Derpy. No.
But yeah, guys, we're also I'm throwing something different. We're throwing up the episodes on Spotify as well. So if you can't catch us here, I mean, I know this is where you kind of mainly get to interact with us and actually throw your questions out while we're live. But if you can't, it's fine. You can hear our opinions and takes and stuff on the on Spotify. So yeah, we're on audio now. It's really, it's about time.
It sounds like fun. Like what I don't know what you guys do, but I literally used to listen to YouTube and Spotify as I drive. I don't listen to the radio anymore because I'm tired of hearing the radio all the time. So that's what I listen to. So I mean, if you're like me and you do the same thing, look us up.
Yeah, I listen to other podcasts sometimes just to kind of hear their opinions on certain things and then whatever. And then, you can't always agree with them, but then it's like, you always like to hear other people's perspectives. Like there's actual people out there that still think Zach Wilson's still good. Like it's just wild. Like,
is it a problem that Sean Payton might be one of those people?
Well, and that's the thing. I'm like, dude, like it makes me laugh. Like there's legit people out there still thinking that certain players are still good, or they hold on to their dear life on their dynasty player that they felt like they spent the first round pick, and it's like, dude, you got to let go, man. You just got to let go, and like me, you just got to let go of Treylon Burks, man. You just got to let go. You spent the first rounder on him, but it's time. Like the dude's trash. Like it's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry, but
I was wondering if you saw what his coach said.
Holding on to the
still
team,
involved in whatever. Look,
no, he said he has to impress on special teams if he wants a roster spot.
That's what I meant. Yeah, but like that's bro.
Like,
once you get to that level, they brought in like these receivers in that are talented you and older than you, and I'm like, all right, bro, you're not what you're supposed to be. What we drafted.
He has the talent though, It's just maybe it seems like the work ethic is not there. Or you ever meet those people that work their lives to get to something, and then once they did it, they feel like they made it instead of working harder to become the best at that.
Right? No, yeah. I've seen those people, and it's like, what happened to you? Going here, you were like stellar and awesome, and then now you're just like average. Like, what happened? I don't know. But
it's funny you're saying that. I will say this though. You know what I think might happen? I believe Trey Sermon might have a resurgence here. I believe Trey Sermon, especially in Philadelphia, because we know Saquon's going to be out 4 weeks, right? That's just standard for Saquon. And the fact that they were using him in the pass game, in the run game, even with Saquon there, they're still using him. I think this might be a season. All of a sudden, you turn around, I'm like, did Trey Sermon just get 650 yards? Did he just score 5 touchdowns in a backup role? Maybe he might be worth something on another team. I'm just saying.
Sermon sucks.
Don't be surprised if Trey Sermon all of a sudden proves everyone wrong and that he actually has something.
No, Do not throw this madness. No. I will not agree with that.
I'm sorry, it was the coach. It was not. It was
Jonathan
Jonathan Taylor. I keep saying Jonathan Taylor. I'm sorry, I kept saying Saquon. Jonathan Taylor. Because I was listening to. I was actually watching to you guys ESPN, in Indianapolis, and they were telling him saying how good he was doing because JT didn't show up to camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they asked him to ones with everything,
refine his pass blocking and his other stuff. And
he said he's one of the best pass catchers there, and then that he's running unbelievably, and he's taking everything very seriously, and that and then they said, JT's going to be missing some time. Just watch out.
Evan Hall ain't going to let that happen. Evan Hall ain't going to let that
happen. I will do a spike bet that Evan Hall will be third or fourth string and Trey Sermon will be the second string running back.
Give me about a month.
Okay.
Mulling it over. Oh,
give about a month when we get closer. And I'll pray that he gets hurt, and then I'll take it. But no,
I accept your bet.
I still believe Evan Hall has a place here in this backfield. We didn't get to see his full potential because he got hurt week 1. I think it was Jacksonville. I think he had
week 1, play 1.
Yeah, it was like that was it, and I think he had like 6 yards. It was like a catch, and he ran for 6, and he was donezo. Yep. So, on average, he has a 6.9 something average. All right, that's pretty good.
But we also know Trey Sermon has been in places where he's done well. He just can't. He didn't take it seriously. He was once again a child when you're going into the NFL. You better treat it like a business.
Yeah.
And he has the talent.
He did really good, Ohio, and I do believe that he can't. Like, I'm not gonna deny the resurgence part. Like that's a possibility. It's just crazy to me that he's gone through these teams and not even a single look. Mm-hmm. Like even get like the Niners took him, and then he was just like there for 2 years and nothing. They're like, bro, you are not what you're supposed to be. So I can give you that. Maybe. And this is why I kind of don't want to go that spike bet because there's a possibility. Because there's nobody else besides Jonathan Taylor.
As soon as
I believe in Evan Hall, but we haven't seen him yet. Like I do like Evan Hall. I really do, but we haven't seen it. Except for that one play, and then he was done. And I'm like, that really sucks. I like the kid. I really do. But we'll see. As for running back goes, man, there's so many like interesting running back rooms. Like Detroit's kind of interesting, just because with Gibbs, and then now he's trying to take over Monty, but we all know Monty's still good. Like they can have 2 good solid running backs there without even missing a beat. Without missing a beat, that is dangerous. Not many teams can say, oh, yeah, we have 2 identical running backs. Because if you give me San Francisco, it's just McCaffrey. If you give me the Jets, it's probably just Breece Hall because we haven't seen what Braylon Allen is.
I don't know, man. He could be another one.
We don't know yet.
Just like in the Bills,
we don't know yet.
You hear the offensive lineman saying, guys, we got 2 good ones.
Between James Cook and Johnson or who?
So Davis? They were saying the rookie came in and is killing it right now. The same thing with the Green Bay Packers. They're saying, hey, both our running backs, we have 2 number 1 running backs.
Davis.
These are coming out of camp. These offensive linemen aren't falling in love with these rookie running backs that just run hard. Ain't got nothing else to do. All they're doing is running hard. So if you start looking at the storylines, if you go through them, there's a lot of people saying this thing.
It's so hard for me to agree on that, though. Because we just now saw James Cook immerse himself as a solid running back there with the Bills, and we've known for years that they've never done that until all of a sudden last year. Do they repeat this? And I don't know if Ray Davis is going to be like, I don't know. He's got good weight. He's a bowling ball. He's literally like what, 220 pounds, but he's also 5'8". But again,
which is just a bowling ball, right?
Yeah. So I'm not entirely saying that it's bad, but look at the way the players are coming in. How many 5'8", 5'10" players been in the last 3 years and have been productive or have been productive? So
in case you're interested, Detroit Lions, according to Bleacher Report, #1 ranked running back room.
I can agree with that. Because Monty's just as good.
Yep.
Those are two #1 type of running backs. Mm-hmm. You got either one, you're fine.
That's what I'm saying. They'll never miss a beat. And then they just got Zonovan Knight, who we've seen.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna be good too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
San Francisco's 3.
Just because you got McCaffrey.
Right, just McCaffrey only
by himself.
Well, they added Juice and Mitchell.
I guess, but they're not.
Ravens are 2 or 4.
Okay.
Falcons are 5 with
obviously, yeah. Bijan and Aljair. Come on.
Aljair, yeah.
Eagles are 6.
Really?
Washington is 7.
I can believe that.
Saquon, yeah, okay.
Chicago Bears are 8.
I just think Khalil Herbert's going to be the odd man out. I mean, he's going to be on a different team by
the time. You said Chicago is 9?
8.
Oh, 8. It's interesting.
I mean, they just do some honorable mentions.
Interesting.
Yeah, the Vikings.
Where are the Jets on there?
The Jets are an honorable mention.
Okay.
As well as the Rams, the Jaguars, the Browns.
So
it all depends on what their running backs and what their what's going to actually happen in their running back room. But I mean, Green Bay has, I mean, with Dylan and Johnson and Aaron Jones. Dylan and what's his name? Patrick. Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
Jacobs and Dylan. I think that for a long time that's been a really good running back room. But if you don't take advantage of these running backs, it doesn't really matter.
That's true. Because if you look at the way they've always ran all through Jones and they never utilized Dylan.
Yep.
That's true. Because I think like if they were smart, which they're not, because we've seen the way they've been operating the last couple of years. I don't even know how they're good sometimes. I watch how they use the RB1, but yet they have have you looked at the other league? Have you looked at the rest of the league? Like, just look at the way they run on your defense. Maybe you should do what they're doing and use 2 running backs. Instead, you banged up one, and the other one comes in and he does fine. But then if he gets hurt or something, you're screwed. Like, it's just like utilize them both. That way, you're not wearing and tearing the bodies. Like, I don't know about Minnesota, how Aaron Jones is going to do over there. It's kind of scary that I didn't even really have much to talk about. And I thought I would have, but I didn't. Like,
it depends. Their offense could be very good, or it could be terrible. I think it really depends on the scheme and Aaron Jones.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Sorry, Anthony. What's up, man?
With Minnesota, they also like tight chain.
Why can't they switch teams? It's a very good question, but I feel like that was just the schedule they felt like was best for them. So for the whole green aspect, I don't know. But then it doesn't even matter, because if you probably brought in other teams with different colors, Brazil would probably have a problem with those colors too. So it's kind of everywhere you go.
It's mostly green.
Yeah.
And what I want is that to let Green Bay play somebody, and then let them wear the green. That's what I want. So then Green Bay, no, they don't come back.
This man. Wow. How Ravens #2, Lamar ain't no running back. Oh, wow. How is it that they're not #2 because he's not a running back?
Why are they #2?
Yeah. Well, Henry, and then you got freaking
Justice
Mitchell
Hill
back there.
and Mitchell. You have Justice
Raiders
Hill,
were four.
Mitchell.
Mitchell's really good.
Yeah.
The Dolphins were 2.
Okay.
So where were they? 4?
They were 4, yeah.
Okay. That's still pretty high, but I mean,
I
so
agree.
Henry
but
and
Derrick
Mitchell,
Henry's still been the number 2 running back every season for like the last 6 seasons.
That's why they're ranked so high.
And these are also running back rooms, so it's just running backs. So there's no quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But he's just saying,
Raiders have a good backup. The Raiders don't even have a good anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't have a good number 1.
It's Zamir White, isn't it?
Derrick Henry, Keith Mitchell, and Justice Hill.
Yeah,
For the Ravens. But what about with the Raiders? The Raiders is just Zamir White
and
that's it.
Madison's there. Isn't Madison? Yeah, and
you're right. Madison is now there.
Yeah. So all the old Minnesota running backs.
That's it.
Abdullah, Madison, and Zamir White. That's a terrible backfield.
That's terrible. Yeah, they got nothing.
Yeah, you can't be running with that. I mean, I think Zamir White has talent, but I don't know if he can run a back with himself.
So he's not the number 1 guy.
So to answer your question,
Madison
Anthony,
can't do that, so.
No. When have you ever seen Alexander Madison do anything?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He had the opportunity last year, and 3 weeks into the season, O'Connell's like, I'll trade for Akers.
Anybody. They were like, anybody. I'll take anyone here because this guy's not it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking Anthony. Like, when has he ever seen Alexander Madison done anything? Like, anything at all? He's had opportunities to start when Cook was down multiple times, multiple seasons, and he does nothing. He does absolutely he just shits the bed and lays a goose egg. That's all he does.
Mm-hmm.
He's trash. I'm sorry. He has the build of a freaking brick wall that he looks like he's gonna run you over, but he doesn't. It's embarrassing. I don't understand how that.
I feel like if both Dalvin Cook and the Vikings can go back in time, they'd probably both agree on like a low tier contract.
Yeah.
Because I think Dalvin regretted leaving. I think after 3 weeks, O'Connell was like, wow, we really should have kept Dalvin Cook around.
So Anthony says, can you compare White to Pollard? Good RB2, not a starter. Yeah, you can compare him. White is going to get most of the workload, but he's not going to do anything with it. Pollard, who is sharing time with Tajay, is still going to get more carries, or not. I say not more carries, but more work done. Like, he's going to produce more.
He's going to be more
another good example. One running back left, and he couldn't hold it by himself last year.
No, he couldn't. I've been saying this for years. Pollard needs that other dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said this 2 years ago when they got rid of Zeke. I'm like, he's not going to be productive because he cannot carry more than 10 carries without him getting gassed. Once
Pollard's
he gets that 10,
he
even said it himself. He said himself. They interviewed him like at when he was, I can't remember which game it was, and they asked him, that after the post interview, whatever the game, they asked him. He goes, yeah. I mean, I was gassed by like carry 13. It's not easy because it was Zeke when he got injured before he left, right?
Yep.
So that's how it's always been. And I'm like, this guy is not going to survive a whole season by himself if he can't handle a few games taking double-digit carries. He needs that extra guy. And some guys are like that. They just need that extra help to get fresh legs in between runs. I don't know, but that's Pollard. He might actually be Pollard of what we saw 2 years ago. It wouldn't surprise me.
Number 1. Yeah, it makes sense.
It wouldn't surprise me. And a lot of people are like, damn, Pollard's back. But like, Pollard's good again. And then we're going to forget all about it. And then Tajay is going to hit his 4-year, and it's going to be Pollard again. Look, stop. I'm going to end it right now. If you're listening to the 5 people that are listening right now, Pollard is only good with another running back. If not, trade him away. But, I mean, for you, Mark, you have Pollard.
I do have Pollard.
There it is.
Uh-oh.
I don't think we can hear. I don't think you're.
Can't hear the flush.
No.
They literally came down to flush the toilet.
Both of them. Both of them.
That battery's gonna die within a month.
Get out of here. Stop flushing the toilet. Get out of here. Go upstairs. Thank you. All right. Go.
Karma,
All
man.
right.
So if you're listening on Spotify, Brian's kids just came downstairs just to flush his last place trophy.
My toilet bowl.
Yeah, the toilet bowl. So basically, like, you could take last place in our league and then get into the bottom 6 teams, and like every league is different, but for our league, the bottom 6 go into the toilet bowl bracket. You could be like number 6 in the league and still end up with the toilet bowl, which I think you were the 6th guy.
What just happened?
So Mark was the 5th guy. Were you 5?
Yeah, I was because I lost to Mark at all that whole thing. Mark was out, and I was in, and then
No, but overall rankings at the end of the season, who was 5? Mark was, or were you 4?
I was 6.
You was 6. I'm
3.
5. I'm 3. Yeah,
he was 3.
Okay. I lost to you, and me and you switched. So if I would have won and not tried
to be fair, we 3, 4, and like 3, 4, 5, and 6 all had the same record. We just all lost to each other.
Yeah.
So I think it came down to like points or something. I don't remember.
Well, I think it's head to head. It's head to head.
Well, no, we all lost to each other though, so it was hard to do head to head.
I think I lost to you.
If you had the same record, yeah. Well, I don't do. So the weird thing is I don't do the head to head with the bottom bracket. Whatever the computer puts you guys at 6, I leave it. I don't care.
Yeah,
I only do head to head with the top guys because that's where it matters really. And then you.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, he just left it where I think it was points. That's how we were ranked because we all.
Yeah. So if I would have scored more points against you, I would have been ranked 6. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that sucks.
But you still would have been in the toilet bowl regardless.
I still would have been there.
Yeah, still would because that's how everying.
Yeah, still had no CJ Stroud. Yeah, I still would have lost.
We told you not to put him in, man. Just tank and get a better record, and you probably would have been the number 2 pick.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Ignorance. No, I gotta win. Okay. All right.
CJ Stroud goes out for 3 weeks, and now I was like,
Hey, that's what happens. But yeah. Again, it's if you're listening on Spotify, that's exactly what just happened. Brian's kids just decided to come down and be trolls and flush the toilet. So I'm telling you, that battery's gonna die.
Oh yeah,
real quick. So, but other than that, though, Dynasty, it's going to be interesting here. Hopefully, we don't have more injured players coming up in the next few weeks. I know it's going to be a little bit more interesting because we.
Can I ask you guys a couple questions, real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
So, what do you guys think about Chase Claypool being the most impactful wide receiver in Bills camp right now?
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't. I'm sorry, and that's too harsh. If you have,
I think it's deserved considering all the bad stuff he's basically been putting teams through. So it kind of warrants it. But I mean, it is interesting.
It's kind of why I probably don't care.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say it's a warranted. I don't care.
What's crazy is
it's also just MiniCamp. So
no, I think he's going to do well through all that. He is super talented. He is a giant human being. He can catch the ball. He's just a terrible teammate and someone that people don't want to play with.
That's what I'm saying. You're right. I feel like the Bills have been through this before, though, with Stephon Diggs. You're just bringing another toxic dude in. Mm-hmm. And this guy is easy to cut because he's cheap as hell. Mm-hmm. There's no repercussion here. Like, he is actually a 1-year
veteran.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing is, he is the second most trending waivered picked up as of late. Right now, on Sleeper, he is the second highest. Second to N'Keal Harry, who, by the way, just switched positions from wide receiver to tight end. So this is why now the trends are like, look, Dynasty's crazy. Dynasty's crazy. Like, we hear any little bit of freaking news that we could sniff off the toilet paper trash, then we can smell the poop, and they're like, everybody's jumping on it. Like, why are you picking up trash? Why are you picking up poop? Just let the poop be. Don't pick it up. All right, the only one I agree with, as of the recent trends, is Isaiah Davis, because you're right. Maybe possibility, because I don't know about Braylon Allen if he gets injured, but I don't think so. But if Braylon Allen gets hurt, he's the next man up behind Hall. That's the only one. I'm not jumping on this Trey Sermon crap. I'm not jumping on this N'Keal Harry or Chase Claypool, because N'Keal Harry has to deal with 2-3 other tight ends.
Yep, he does. But he has good hands. He's just slow.
Yeah. Well, he finally realized it took him a while to feel like, hey, I might have to switch because I'm slow as hell.
Or he can't get off press coverage. So like anytime he had press coverage, N'Keal Harry can get off the line. Like he was in Chicago for a while. I saw it, and he can't get off the line. You see this dude, and he's like coming off the bus. He looks amazing. You're like, oh my god, who's this guy? And then you see him get stuffed by a 5'10" cornerback. You're like, bro, you're 6'5".
Giant teddy bear.
What's wrong with you? You know, but maybe him putting his hand on the ground and going against a defensive end or going against a linebacker who's not used to doing those things might be better for him.
That's the thing, though. How if he gets stuffed by a DB, like you know how much work he has to do in this next few months. Like if he gets stuffed by a DB, what makes you think he's going to handle a defensive end or a tackle if they do a cross on him? Like if they cross on him, like if the D end goes in first and then the D tackle comes after him, he's cooked.
Like, no, don't get me wrong. I don't think you need to have him blocking at all.
I hope not. I really hope not, because this dude's gonna get blown up. Despite how big this man is, he's gonna get blown up. And I like him because he's an Arizona guy. But outside of that, I don't care. Like you come back home and you say what's up to your family and whatever, and I see you here, like cool. But like NFL wise, this change might be a little worrisome, because once you start seeing them changing positions, it's like you're brand new, you're a rookie, and your name is still there, but your position is not. Like it wouldn't surprise me 2 years he's gone, if not less.
I think if he didn't do this move, he would be going now.
That's true. He's only 26 years old, man.
I know. But he's had bad. If you can't do it in any place that didn't have talent, he still couldn't get on the field.
Yeah, I don't.
He could get on the field in New England. They haven't had a receiver in this home.
He's not a receiver. That's the problem. He was there.
Even when he was in New England.
That's what I'm saying. He couldn't get on the field in New England.
Yeah, and then Chicago, they barely gave him a year, so I think they only gave him like what?
It was like 6 games.
He
was inactive most of the time.
Mm-hmm. He only had 9 targets the entire year for Chicago.
Yeah,
that's hot garbage.
You know what a good tight end pickup might be? I was going through our player things that we were doing for the draft. Xavian Sanders in Carolina might end up being a good pick.
Dude, I like that guy.
In Carolina, it just makes sense. He might end up being the tight end 1 for a young quarterback who can't see anywhere else, so throws to his tight end. Xavian Sanders might be a sneaky good pick if you get him in your dynasty draft.
I could see that. I can kind of see that. I'm still waiting on what Cade Stover does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I like him so much. And then who's the other one I'm kind of like thinking of who just came out too.
I mean, Cade Stover made a lot of sense because he did really well at Ohio State. I mean, I totally understand where you're going from there, but maybe
Cade Stover. No, it wasn't Jaheim Bell. Brock Bowers, obviously. Xavian Sanders, no. Maybe I am thinking of Cade Stover. I'm thinking of somebody. I think it was Cade Stover. He was the one who transferred linebacker to tight end, right?
Cade Stovers was a tight end all the time, I believe.
No, there was one. Nah, there was one of them. One of them went from linebacker to tight end. You sure it wasn't Cade Stover?
I don't believe it was.
I think it was, man.
Because I feel like he was always supposed to be really, really good at tight end. I don't know. Check.
I'm looking at our old videos, our old because we covered him, and I was really high on him at the time. That I'm like, dude, this guy went from linebacker to tight end because of the way he plays. He doesn't just like jukes you out of your shoes. Like, he'll go at you. Like, because of that linebacker mentality, he'll run at a guy to truck them on purpose. I'm pretty sure it was him. I'm gonna have to go back and look at our videos, at our rookie review ones. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was him because we didn't have many tight ends this year. I think we only had like 3 or 4 that we covered.
Who's the guy from Iowa? Can you guys look and see? I feel like that was him.
The tight end?
Yeah, like
I don't know.
We're gonna look it up, but we'll have the answer next time.
I'm looking at what. No, it's no. It was Cade Stover. It was Cade Stover. It was 100% Cade Stover. I'm literally watching the old episode right now.
I was pulling it up as we were talking.
I was doing too. Yes, it is Cade Stover. It is 100%.
Cade Stover was definitely the third ranked guy.
He was a linebacker. Look, you got me looking up Cade Stover, looking up his damn stats now.
He was a linebacker. Transitioned yeah.
Yes, he transitioned, and I think that's why I kind of like him. Like, his first year,
went from linebacker to defensive end to tight end.
That's an interesting path.
Yes, this is why I like his athletic ability. He has this weird, like, if you watch his highlights, bro, he doesn't run the same way as everybody else. He has this weird way of running. Like, he'll run at a guy. It's fun to watch.
Let me read.
Like, he's like a running back and 6'4", 6'5" body.
Stover was originally recruited as a linebacker, but transitioned to defensive end before his freshman season. He flipped to tight end, from tight end to linebacker in 2020 to 2021, serving in the reserve role. Only became a tight end in 2022 again after they realized he could still catch.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He has this like guys. If I'm not going to show it now because we'll probably get monetized, but if you want to watch this man. He has this angry run to him. He has this weird angry run to him, and I freaking love it, man. The Texans, when they drafted him, I'm like, man, they got Cade Stover and Dalton Schultz and Brevin Jordan. Like, bro, CJ Stroud is gonna be a beast. Ain't no matter what. He has weapons galore. So, Brian, you should be happy.
And CJ knows Cade Stover.
Yes, he threw to him.
He played with him for such a long time.
Yes. Like, there's players like that because I play IDP, right? That I hope that they just, you know what? Hey, you want to go play the other position like a game or two? Like, we've seen it happen. Like, it freaking Marcus Williams or Marcus Jones from the Patriots, his rookie year, they used them all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a player coming out next year that I'm excited for. And if you don't know who he is, his name is Travis Hunter from Colorado.
Oh, Travis freaking Hunter?
That man plays both sides.
I would he might be a first pick like in your fantasy draft next year because he can do all. He end up being Deion Sanders. He might catch 35 balls and intercept 3 times. Like 3 interceptions and pass defense all over the place. He's probably the number 1 cornerback. And he's like the number 1 or 2 wide receiver. Yeah. That's stupid.
Yeah, no, you're right, Anthony. He had Texans got too many weapons to share. Yeah, but that's a wonderful thing to have. Like, there's teams out there like Lamar didn't have anybody 2 years ago. He had one. That's it. How's Hunter won't play both positions? No, I mean,
He won't start at both positions, but he might be situationally, as what Martin was saying, could play.
yes. Marcus, like if you look at Marcus Jones on New England Patriots, his rookie year, he was starter as a kick return specialist, but he was a backup corner or safety, I believe. But the original starter got hurt. But before those injuries happened, he was playing running back on some situations. He was playing receiver in some situations. But as soon as the injuries happened, that kind of stopped because they needed him more at his prime position. But for a good chunk of time, for at least good 4 weeks, he was the number one IDP waiver pickup, and people were using him, or at least stashing him, so people weren't using him.
It was 3 or 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah. I threw him out there a couple weeks, and I think Mark got mad at me because it was when we were talking about it, and we were talking about it one week. We're like, hey, have you checked this kid? I'm like, yeah, I already got a waiver pickup on him. And then he looks. I'm like, God damn, you already have. I think I was one spot ahead of him in waivers.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were talking like, yeah, dude, I already got him. So, but no, it was interesting. I think Hunter's going to do the same thing.
Hey, what's up, Anzo? I didn't want to, shout you out, man. Say what's up. Appreciate you always coming in and support, man.
But yeah,
one more question. I have a
question. Okay,
go ahead. You go first.
All right. Is Xavian Howard's NFL career over? I don't know if you heard about what he did.
But no. Tell everybody.
Xavian Howard apparently knocked up a lady and told her, you need to get an abortion. She said no. And he said, if you don't get an abortion, I'm going to send your other kid new pictures of you. Still didn't get the abortion. So Xavian Howard sent new pictures to a boy of his mother.
That's just messed up.
And now he's under investigation.
And
I was like, dude, your career could be
what? Horrible. What? Why? What
gives you the idea to do that? I don't even understand.
Right? How did that go through your head? Is like, this is a logical course of action that I need to take.
I have leverage if I do this.
I just wanted to be in court and like, hey, I told her not to get the abortion. She didn't do it, so I had to follow through. All a man has is his word, okay? Like, I read that story and I was like, what?
Why? I don't understand his logic behind it. Like,
yeah. I don't know how old the kid was, but I know he's not old. He is a minor. Which is why
Xavian Howard. Wow.
He can get charged for so much because of that. So he's not even of age. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the kid that he sent it to is a minor. I don't know how old.
That's even worse. That's even worse. I mean,
because it's gonna be like child pornography type
of thing. I don't know.
I don't know how
I don't think it'd be child pornography, but it would
sending
be like
porn to
a minor.
To a minor.
But also the psychological. Oh, the kid is a teen. But even the psychologicalness of like, that's my mother. Like
that's
like
dude, that's wrong in so many ways.
According to Braden, the kid is a teen, so he's older.
I mean, he had a phone, so
yeah.
I mean,
yeah, clearly he has a phone.
She says Xavian Howard, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Xavian Howard, the free agent porn.
God.
Oh, revenge porn. There you go. That's another thing.
Wow.
That's insane. That's insane. Well,
so wrong.
Yeah, they have all those laws and stuff they put in place for that.
I can't believe that. That's what went through his mind. You know what? I think I have leverage if I do this.
Right?
I know what went through his mind. I'm a douche, and I'm just gonna do whatever the hell. I'm a terrible person. That's what you are, bro. You're a terrible person.
Right?
Oh my god, man.
Yeah. Miami's like, ooh. We got rid of him.
I rid of him right away. Perfect time. All right.
And it sucks. He's such a good player, man. Like
I know. Like
oh my gosh, man.
Like, no one's gonna touch him, man.
Well, it is what it is. Well, 9 months ago, at least, he had 4 women pregnant at the same time.
I was doing as big as Nick Cannon, huh? Wow.
Jesus, man. That's crazy. Like, they do all this stupid stuff, right? And then they get caught with one. They slip up once, and then all the skeletons, like, it's like they hold it up with all the lies, right? One of them slips, all the skeletons like just fell out of the closet. There's no latch on the closet door. They just all fall out. And everybody looks in the room to that closet and they're, oh crap.
Antonio Cromartie Wispy is like
it should be Nick Cannon, because I don't know what you know what Nick Cannon did. He had like 7 women pregnant in like a 13-month process. Like within 13 months, it was like 7 women. And they all knew
Cromartie has more kids than Phillip Rivers. And Phillip Rivers has 10.
Yeah, but Cromartie did it over a period of time. I think Nick Cannon has 11 kids, but like 7 of them were within like 13 months.
Mm-hmm. Like, he insured his testicles for $1 million. For Nick Cannon.
Wow. Yeah.
Random facts. I know.
Have a baby by me, be a millionaire for real.
Right.
Can I get back to football with my next question?
Yeah, I don't know how we went from Cade Stovers to.
It was a football question.
It was a good question, though. Oh, that's funny. All right, so my football question is, so this kickoff rule, right?
Oh, my gosh. Yes, thank you. All right.
How is this going to change everything? Because you understand, they're talking about if you're the kickoff specialist, you have they're going to give up to 100 touches a game. And you're getting the ball with basically a line blocking for you with no one running at you straight ahead, right? Unless you do what some of these other teams are talking about and using a position player as the kicker.
Like the Jets. Do you see what the Jets are doing?
So what did they say?
So
what did they do?
Now I'm not going to believe in this man because this man hasn't played in like 4 years, okay? Because of his injury. But the Jets just got somebody who was a running back who used to play and he's really good at the kick return. Look, I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't surprise me right now if kick return becomes more relevant in fantasy football nowadays because of the way that's changed. I wouldn't mind in a redraft league, I wouldn't mind third to last pick because you got to get your stupid kicker and defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Getting a prime kick return specialist that just does get like. And why bring up the Jets? The Jets just brought in Tarik Cohen. Now I know he's
Cohen. Oh my God,
he hasn't played in over 4 because the 2020 season. That going into 2021, right? He hasn't played since 2020 because going into 2021, he got hurt prior to the seasons, and then it took like a whole year. Yeah, it took forever. So now he just came back, and the Jets are like, well, look, he's not going to be a real running back, right? They're just kicking the tires to see if he's like. Look, I shouldn't be saying this because I got to do the damn Jets next, but I'm so excited because I've been looking up the Jets lately. Like that's how I am when I'm doing these episodes. I know so much about this team, and I'm like a fanboy for like a day or two, and then as soon as I do the episode, I'm done, and I move on to the next team. So right now, I'm all high on the Jets until I get rid of that stupid episode. But look, Tarik Cohen might be good kick return wise, and that's his only role on this team.
Oh, but he was amazing. I mean, for Chicago, Tarik Cohen was amazing in Chicago for a long time until he got that knee injury. I didn't know if he was ever going to play again. The Bears didn't know if he was ever going to play again, but the Bears kept him on the roster so he could heal and go through rehab as long as possible. So I'm glad to see that he got with the Jets, and as a kick returner, this dude might be special. If you put all these people in front of him blocking, and this is almost like a scrimmage play now. Kickoff is like a scrimmage play. They're basically throwing the ball up. You're going to catch the ball between the 10 and 20, and you're going to be able to do whatever the hell you want to do. And there's no one running at you. So if someone's really good at blocking, you can make a play. Like this is almost like, I understand why the Pittsburgh, they said Justin Fields. Can you imagine like a guy with the ball, an extra guy with the ball running through that has moves that you just can't stop? Debo Samuel running with the ball with blockers in front of him. It's the scariest thing you can think. And he has a running start at you.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's going to be something.
I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of running backs at this position.
That's exactly what they're saying. They're actually saying that there's possibly like 80-90% of the guys returning the kicks are going to be running backs. And exactly what Brady's saying. They're saying most teams are trying out not kicking the ball off with their kicker. They're saying most of our guys are talented and athletic enough to kick the ball between the 10 and 20-yard line. And we're just going to put a linebacker there or a safety there, and we're just going to let him run at it. And we're going to open up the defense. The defense is going to block a certain way. So you bring the guy from one place to one hole, and he's going to fill the hole.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to change unless, look, if opening week 1, right? And we have 9. I'm going to say 9 in the first week. Is that too high?
Yeah.
Or is that
crazy? That's crazy. It could
that's too high. Like kick returns like to the house. 9.
We had
week
like
1?
6
week 1
last
week.
year.
That's like,
We had like 6 last year.
Yeah, but then it died after that, right? They just died.
No, I'm saying all the entire year.
Oh, okay.
No, not first week.
Like
I'm saying the
like,
entire year.
I would remember that.
Because they all last year, that's all they had. So if they had this, the word is that the NFL is, people in the NFL, other owners and executives think that they might scrap the rule because it's going to cause too much scoring.
I think so.
People getting the ball at the 50-yard line.
It's a good thing that at least for our league, we have 15 yards per point rather than the 10. And that's the way it should be. You shouldn't be giving out 10 yards per kick return, punt return. That's madness. That's a hell of a lot of points, man. Like, but that's gonna change, man. That's gonna change the game all over, all platforms. The game itself, and I wouldn't be surprised if what you're saying, they end up changing the rule or get rid of it. Essentially,
here's another thing: you can't squid kick. The ball has, the first time it bounces, it has to get past the 20-yard line.
That's insane.
And so if they kick it into the end zone, you have to catch it, right? And then you have to either down it, which you get on 20-yard line, or you have to run it out. You cannot, you have to do it. You get 20-yard line. If they kick it out of the end zone, they get it at the 30-yard line.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's very complicated. It's a lot of stuff you're going to be thinking about. And then if they kick it out of bounds before it gets to the end zone, they still get it at the 40-yard line. They're trying to make sure that it's play happening. This is going to happen. They're trying to make it incentivize you running the play, running the ball, making kickoff matter. But there's only 5 yards between these guys running. So there's not like a running start. They're just going to hit each other. They're eliminating a lot of the concussion stuff. And now with these great athletes, I think that they're going to have problems. Because there's some running backs you just can't stop. Or some people that are on the 4.28 40 with a running start are going to just run past you. You're not going to be able to, with good blocking, you're just not going to be able to do anything. If you guys get a chance, just watch the XFL or the UXFL or whatever they call it now. Watch their kickoffs. It is crazy. And now imagine the greatest athletes in the world doing these things. It's not just B-level athletes, the greatest athletes in the world trying to do these things. I know in the rec league, if we kicked off some of these guys, you'll never be able to catch them. So yeah, what's going to happen in the NFL with this kickoff rule? It's going to change fantasy. It's going to change all those things.
Oh, 100%.
Well, yeah, because you're going to want to look for those guys. Oh, who's returning kicks? Because
yeah,
there's going to be some points this year.
I mean,
it might be even more important.
It's going to be crazy to see what they do. And because they're so close together, there could be potential actual plays get done. Like, what's up, Kadani? And it's funny because he brings up the damn Dan Conley return. That it's so stupid. I hate that play. I don't know if you guys remember that one, but it was the Patriots' big OS lineman who ran it for like 80 some yards. I don't even know, but yeah, there's gonna be linemen out there, and I have a feeling that they're gonna have like actual specific plays to these damn kickoffs. It's because they're so close together.
Braden's right. The XFL only had one return for a touchdown last year, but these are not the greatest athletes in the world. These are not the
but
fast.
They're the same tiered level of type of athletes.
I don't think if you're a starter getting a running start with a line blocking in front of you, with them only having 5 yards, I think we might get a lot of touchdowns. And
we'll see. Can you imagine too if like someone takes a field goal and they take the lead and then they have to do the kickoff? You know they're probably going to throw, like if it's the Titans, like Tony Pollard, you better get back there, get that ball. Or the Viking JJ, get back there and get that ball. Like they're going to start throwing the bigger names out there to return some of these if they need a big play.
Or Cordarrelle Patterson is going to be even more important. A guy who is a strong runner that you're not going to take down with an arm tackle.
Man, he's going to be injured week 1.
100 Cordarrelle Pattersons out there. They're just
old as hell. He's going to get.
He can be old as hell and still do it. Voldemort. I hope they put Voldemort back there. That'd be great.
I hope both those guys get injured week 1. I'm so done with them both. They're both old as hell. Go away, man. Just you know who? Yes. Did I blacklist him? I did, right? Voldemort. Yeah. Did I put Cordarrelle in there?
No, not yet.
And then who's the other one? There's one more. I can't remember who the hell I put in there. There was another one that I just. Oh, and Scott. Boston Scott.
Oh, Boston Scott. Okay. I knew it was a running back.
Those 3 need to get the hell out of the league. Stop. Just stop. Stop coming back. Just go away. Like, just go away. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants you until like week 9.
And then all of a sudden you need them.
Go away. Just stop. I don't know. It's the thing is, you're gonna see these in. I don't know, the level of talent from the XFL, like they're all the same tier. So I understand what Braden's saying. There's only one, but we'll see how it is for the NFL. I don't know. No, he's not. No, he's not, because he's still relevant. Like he's not as annoying as much as the other 3. Because the other 3 don't belong in the NFL anymore. Just go away. Just go away. Nobody.
As soon as you say that, Cordarrelle Patterson gets another touchdown. He might, if this has a big impact. Can you imagine him getting 8 or 7?
You're living off of old memories. You
can't stop him. That's what I'm worried about.
He didn't do anything.
They didn't let him. This is a new rule that
because
could
he
change.
Sucks. He doesn't look. I don't think he's gonna do anything. You're living off of the name and the old memories of yesteryear, of the scrolls of Cordarrelle Patterson. Those days are done. The sooner you realize that,
if he gets a touchdown the first week, I'm going to bring this back up. You said he was done. I told you he wasn't done. But then he probably
was on Brian's new favorite team.
Steelers.
Cordarrelle Patterson is not going to do anything. If he does anything, it's going to be 1 week, and that's it. 1 week, old man is tired.
He might pull his hamstring, so I'm not.
It's going to be 1 week, and that's all I'm going to give you is the 1 week, and then he's done. So
pulls his hamstring and falls up just short of the end zone.
Yeah, just like a yard short. That'll be so hilarious, bro. So hilarious. He's getting, and then he'll probably get somebody 8 points. From kicking it all the way back because it's not.
It's going to change one win. Watch it be yours. Watch it be your game, and all of a sudden it changes that.
He's not going to do anything.
The anger. I can see the anger. He'll be come on here right now, talk to you guys, talking about how terrible he is, and he should get out the league like he is now.
But I'm not wrong about certain players that shouldn't be in the league anymore. Like Voldemort still somehow does it. Okay, and let's be honest. Voldemort can still do it, Let him play. I get it. The fact is, he's just annoying to me because he plays so many different positions that all platforms around fantasy just don't know how to dub him. And then he's a cheat code. That's why I hate him specifically. I don't hate him as an actual player, still being able to do what he does for his team. But like guys like Boston Scott just sits around all year and then he waits for the phone call from the Eagles. Like, hey man, all our starters are kind of hurt and we need you back. All right, I'm on my way.
Like, this year, he already signed with the Rams.
Look, he'll get traded to the Eagles because the Eagles will
lost all the running backs. That's why the Rams did it. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna bring you in just so when the time comes, we can trade you to the Eagles."
Like he has this unwritten contract that by week 8 or 9, when all the running backs are donezo in Eagles, he has to somehow manage to make his way to the Eagles roster spot and play 2 games a year, and then wait till the actual. I hate him. It don't matter. I hate him. I don't know who I don't know whose mama he's dating, but I hate him. Yeah. But overall, look, these kick returns are going to be interesting. They really are. I don't know what to expect. Week 1, I expect. I don't know what to expect the year, but week 1, I expect madness.
And then we're going to revisit what's going on.
Yeah, but the problem is by then it's going to be too late because once the rules are set, they gotta roll with it for the entire year.
Oh, they said they could scrap it in the middle of the season.
They said that.
Mm-hmm. It was on ESPN. That was Thursday. They were like, yeah, there's a lot of people saying by the end of the season, by the middle of the season, they could just say week 8. No, we're not going to do this anymore.
To the old ways.
Yep. It's not good for the game. We're going to do it because it's not good for the game. We're going to say this is over.
Do you really think they scrap it by week 1? I think they give it 2-3 weeks.
I think I could say let's say like week 8, 9. They just say, all right, this is it. This is not good. It's not going well for the season. It's changing the game and unexpected things.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to stop it right now. Excited about getting rid of the chain gang. I saw that.
I did not see this.
Am not. Because I like a little bit of chaos sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes you just have to see the world burn. And when that man comes out there with his vocabulary card and he uses the vocabulary card between the ball and the chain gang, the entire world just goes crazy. And I love it. And it's hilarious to me. But once you start using technology that's so accurate, I was
just saying that was my favorite thing too.
When you bring out technology and it's too accurate, it just brings out the joy and fun of your coworkers the following day and them crying about certain things, and you don't get that laugh anymore. Let the human errors do human things.
It works until it hurts you. That's the problem. It hurts you, then all of a sudden you get angry.
It happens. That's life. You know, everything's not fair and everything's not fun in games, and then you just got to build tough skin.
I don't even think that's why I think they get rid of it because of them getting injured and the NFL having to insure all these people that are getting injured because they're on the field in a way. Because I've seen a lot of people tearing up their knees on the chain gang because at NFL someone's run into them or rolled up on their ankles or knees.
Oh, so the chain gang is still there. They're just demoted to a backup one. Whatever that means.
What?
So it says implementation of the new optical tracking system would effectively demote the chain gang to a backup role. They'll still exist in some capacity, though they'll no longer be the primary method of determining an accurate spot of the football.
Stupid.
Okay.
So they're just there for theatrics when it's like, we gotta, oh look, this is just how, even though we already knew it was short. So you guys can see.
We're going to prove it. We're bringing them out, guys. Bring them out.
Right? Like, why? That's so weird.
Exactly, Anthony. Look, Anthony says it right. The chain gang saves lives. A tip can change life forever. Exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
If I could leave this up and quote it on the top of our screen, I would leave this with your name on it and everything. That's exactly how life works. Okay.
Oh man.
A tip can change life forever. And it's
I wasn't
absolutely
ready
true.
for that. Wow.
It's true though.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Anthony, you're amazing, man. I'm so glad you show up every day, bro. Yeah, guys, I don't really have much, but I mean, if you guys any more topics?
No, that was all I really want to talk about. Those things.
Okay. Donnie comes in here. It's funny because the chain game crews are 60 years old, out of shape men, and what makes it funny when a linebacker sends a running back in their direction, their hats pop off 5 feet in impact, and they flip like the NBA. It's true, man. They're so dramatic. They're like the flop. They just kind of make it so dramatic and look like they just got toppled over a train or something, and then their whistle flies and their hat flies and I don't know, their watch flies in like 4 or 5 different directions. It's hilarious. But Mark, you got anything? Okay. Guys, I am falling behind on these team videos. I understand, but this is the order I'm doing it. I will be doing 2 tomorrow. Okay, I'll be doing the Jets.
Ignore the dates.
What?
So just ignore the dates.
Yeah, but I'll catch up. If I'm falling behind, I normally do 2 a days. I never will.
He's been doing a good job catching up. I will say that.
Never.
You do the 2 days, which is
you won't see me do 3 days. That's
hard.
No. But I will do the Jets and the Broncos tomorrow. Actually, if I have time, I might do the Jets later on today. If not, I'll probably do the Jets and Broncos tomorrow, and then probably the Raiders and the Saints on Tuesday, and then I should be caught up by then. I might even do Colts Wednesday morning to get ahead of the game. I don't know, but we'll see. We will see. But that is the order I'm doing it. So if the dates don't line up, because I understand it is the 9th, I should have already done 2 of these teams, but it's all good. It's all good. I'll catch up.
So. Denver Broncos logo on trucks.
Hey, it's all right. It's just, it's not a bad logo. It's okay. I think what's his face was kind of interested in that logo as well. He was looking at it on Tuesday. Them and those guys that hold up those little satellite things. The audio guys. Yeah, the audio guys. Yeah. Them and the camera. I feel like whenever a cameraman gets hit, it is the funniest thing ever. They just explode in like 3 different places. They do. The camera goes flying, their hats go flying, their lenses fall out of their pockets like when Mario hits a freaking Goomba and his coins go flying.
He loses all his coins everywhere.
That's exactly how a cameraman, his lenses just fly everywhere. It's hilarious. It's great. Guys, if I'm putting things out on the Spotify. So if you guys are driving home and have a long drive, yeah, I'm putting out our episodes there. They might be in 2-parters, but they're out there.
Set it up. Hit us up, guys. Try it out. I mean, tell you, long drives, it's better to listen to someone, especially talking about something that you're actually interested in. Try it out.
The only thing is I can't answer your questions that you have at the time because, we interact with you here on YouTube, but it's out there. I think I have a few team reviews. I have last Wednesday's first part. I'll probably put the second part later on today from the Wednesday episode because those are typically longer. They go an hour and a half, but I'll do it in 2-parters. But so far it's on Spotify, and I just will find out until how much space I get a month. I haven't gotten anything, but I think it's because I'm on Prime. I don't have a limit. I don't know.
That would be interesting if you don't have a limit. Wow.
I don't. So far, they're out there and they haven't told me anything. And I'm like, all right, there's another episode. All right, there's another episode. I'm just keep throwing more episodes, and then until they listen, sir, you're throwing too many a day. You gotta chillax. All right. So, but guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow with the Jets and the Broncos. And then Brian will do his Tuesday Bears things. And I think on that Tuesday morning, you're going to have a double episode as well, Dynasty Pylon, because I think I'll be doing the Raiders that morning. So, yeah. I think last week we had three episodes of Dynasty Pylon because I did 2 teams in the morning. And then you guys.
Yep.
So
we were on Tuesday night. So
that was like 3 episodes that day. So I'm telling you guys, we were more busy in the off season than we are during the season. So, but all right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks for watching. Again, this is the Morning Spike. It is on Dynasty Pylon. We help you with all your fantasy football news, your dynasty trades, and all that IDP news and everything. We will be having an IDP league here soon. Just IDP. Should be interesting. So keep that in mind. Keep that slot open. Don't be doing 50 leagues. And then
give us one. Give us one, guys.
Yeah, give us one. I give out a jersey. The number 7th one. We're going for the lucky 7. That's a good number to have.
Give me the Vic.
So, but yeah, that's it, guys. Talk to you later. And I don't know. Sayonara.